You don't care. You don't give a what you got to drop you off.
Yeah.
We've had thieves here, and you're a thief?
Excuse me, don't touch me.
No.
Don't touch me. Excuse me.
Let me.
Excuse me. Please don't touch me.
Don't
Literally
touch
touching
me. If you
Literally touching me. Okay, yeah, do that, please, because she's harassing me. Thank you. Please call security. Thank you. Please call security.
You don't.
Excuse me.
You don't. You're.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am.
You're.
Excuse me.
You're. She's attacking me.
Please call
She's
security.
attacking me. She's attacking me.
Please call security. Excuse me, ma'am.
Stop here.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Stop.
Excuse me. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me.
Amazon.
Do that, please.
Oh, please do it.
I too thought it was an SNL skit. It's not. OG Karen, wannabe, was it Cagney or Lacey? And they would be about this age at this point, trying to investigate a crime that didn't take place. OG Karen. You know, these Amazon workers, they really have it rough, just trying to deliver all these packages, run away from, these little dogs and things and whatever else they have to encounter. But now an OG Karen, physically, I saw Rayvana physical assault, okay? And normally I want to protect children, seniors. I want to give them grace. Not this time. I want to press charges. Press charges. Are you a little bit more syrup than me on this one?
I mean, she definitely did physically assault her. That 100% happened. Whether or not a prosecutor would be receptive.
That's okay.
Whether or not a prosecutor would be receptive to pressing charges in this case, unfortunately, probably not. Despite the fact that she did assault her. The Amazon driver was the victim of assault, and oftentimes we see these overworked, underpaid Amazon drivers lose their jobs because they don't make their deliveries on time. And if you are being viciously harassed by a Karen, that is definitely gonna put you at a disadvantage when you have to report back to your supervisor why you weren't able to deliver everything on time, especially, close to the holidays where there is such high stakes. It's also a lot of these Amazon drivers might not feel safe entering the buildings to deliver to the doors of the apartments, but they also receive complaints if they drop it off in front of the building or even just in the vestibule. So really it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation for those drivers. But at the end of the day, whether you work at Amazon or anywhere else, you should never have to be harassed while you are doing your job. But for some reason, we see it as more acceptable to harass delivery drivers than, if you just walk into a place of business and start behaving like this. And
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people might see this video and have, I don't know, sympathy for the person because she's older. Both of them are older, but let's be honest as to what she saw. Is she saw someone who she profiled and thought this person doesn't belong in my white building. And so it's my responsibility, my job to assault her, harass her, and then I get to play the victim. And so sometimes we get criticisms for covering the Karen stories, but I think it's important to keep people's attention on this because we see these situations turn violent, turn deadly a lot more frequently than it should. I mean, it should never happen, but because these people will weaponize, their whiteness and they will call the cops and they're calling a gun on these individuals. And it's not what happened here, but it happens. And if we don't continue to put these people under a microscope, then we're not going to see change in the behavior.
And they go out of their way too. They go out of their way to not consider what's reasonable. Carrying all these packages. I don't know about in this location, but where I live, The Amazon drivers, especially these delivery people this time of year, all wearing these shirts, like, they're Amazon, the colors, you recognize the whole thing. Boxes in hand. Suddenly might be a vicious killer. That's it. Now, let a MAGA person, plainclothes, come in. I don't know. They could be carrying an assault rifle for all I know. And they'll say, well, let me hold the door for you. That's the type of mentality. I'm being facetious. I'm going overboard with it, but it's not really that much exaggeration. You go out of your way to unsee what's reasonable here. OG Karen, and we can put it up real quick. I know we're out of time, but the phone, this is what's going to get her the sympathy, because there's a stereotype. She doesn't know how to work the phone. Okay, there they are together. These two golden girls who seem very nice otherwise. Okay, but there was the other shot where she's fumbling with the phone. Okay, but you're recorded. Don't worry. We captured this one for you. Okay, that's what the Amazon driver said she had to do.